Hey loves, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today, as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be talking about the 7 things that I've learned in my 20s so far. I feel like this video is kind of a timeless video because no matter what age you are right now, whether it's 18 to 30s, 40s, 50s, we're all kind of going through it and we all learn at different paces and times within our life. So I feel like it's just a good video to just listen to and watch and just, you know, if you have learned this stuff, to look back and just be proud of yourself. And I'm at the point right now where I just recently moved out. I moved to a different state. I'm on my own right now. So these lessons that I've learned so far have been like really eye-opening and have really helped me throughout my journey with becoming the person I've always wanted to. So I hope you enjoy this video. So let's get to the first lesson that I've learned so far. Okay, so the first thing that I've learned in my 20s so far is that it's so important to prioritize yourself and put yourself first. Nobody's gonna create this reality that you've always dreamed of but yourself. And when I took a step back and I realized that, I was like, damn, you're right. Like, nobody's living this life but me. Yeah, we have family, hopefully you have a support system and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, the older you get, the more you realize that this life is for you and you're the one experiencing these experiences, this journey and all that. Like, you have to put yourself first because at the end of the day, that's really all you got. Like, yeah, you have a support system and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, you're the one that has to live throughout this life. So you really have to put yourself first. Like, it's so important. I feel like I always say so important, but it's so important. Like, you can't help others if you're not mentally in a good spot. That's not right for you. You have to understand that, like, you have to care about yourself as much as you care about others. Like, a lot of times we need to take a step back and be like, you know, I'm putting all this energy and stuff into other people, but what about myself? You know, and just know that prioritizing yourself can be as little as, hey, like, I'm gonna have a self-care Sunday every Sunday, or I'm gonna put my phone on do not disturb after 8 p.m. because that time is for me, and I'm gonna make sure I can read some books and drink some tea and just meditate and stuff like that. Like, it starts like that with being able to prioritize yourself, and then that also helps with boundaries. It just helps you be able to go through life a little more easier and be able to be okay with who you are and know your self-worth. I feel like prioritizing yourself and making sure that you come first is super helpful with knowing who you are and your worth within life. The second thing I've learned so far in my 20s is that you have to put yourself out there. I know, like, I'll give an example, like, social media is very relevant within our generation right now. And have you ever seen people on social media and they're like, wow, like, you see these people living their best lives and just like having fun and just like having so many friends, and they just seem like they're literally having the time of their life, and you're looking on a screen and you're like, wow, like, how can I live that life? You have to put yourself out there. You can't stay in this little bubble. Like, when I first moved to LA, I was just like in my apartment, like, okay, like, this is pretty boring. I moved to LA for these exciting opportunities and to just experience what the LA lifestyle is, and I'm over here in my apartment by myself, bored because I wasn't putting myself out there. And I know it can be scary, but it starts as small as walking to the Starbucks, driving to the Starbucks across the street, or going to a flea market, or going to a day party by yourself and trying to socialize. Like, it starts with little stuff like that putting yourself out there can lead to opportunities, can lead to making great relationships with friends, and just can lead to helping your social life, and can lead to just so many things. So it's so important to put yourself out there. Like, when you're in your 20s, you know, it's all about like living your life and having a good social life, but you can't do that if you stay inside. Like, you know, like, you have to change your routine. And it can be very uncomfortable sometimes, but in the long run, it becomes very beneficial. The third thing I will be talking about that I've learned so far within my 20s is that it's okay to let go of stuff. It's okay of letting go of stuff that's not serving you anymore. It's okay of letting go of stuff that's not fulfilling anymore. And it's okay of letting go of stuff that might have took a large portion of your time within life. And I say this because like I don't want to talk too much on like relationships and stuff like that, but like I feel like in your 20s, relationships are a big part of your life, you know? Like you meet people, like it doesn't work out, you go through heartache and stuff like that, and you just like, kind of have to learn how to let go of stuff. And just when you're letting go, you have to learn how to heal. I feel like so many people in life don't heal. I've run into so many people that I'm just like, yo, like you gotta heal. You have to let yourself feel, because then it just allows your life to become a more smoother journey. Like letting go is hard. Letting go of friendships, it can be hard, but sometimes it just takes that one time to let go and to realize like, hey, like this is a part of life's journey. It's a part of the experience while being here on earth. Like stuff is not always gonna work out, and that's okay. And when you understand that, when you're hurt, you let yourself feel, and then you just gotta keep up and keep pushing and moving. Like just because you let go of something doesn't mean something else even more beautiful can come into your life. So it's good to kind of have that mindset when you are in a part of your life where you do have to let go of something that you might not want to. And also remembering that even if you have spent a large portion of your lifetime dealing with something that you have to let go, it's okay. Would you rather deal with it for 5 years and be able to let go and be able to live a happy life, or still keep this within your life for another 10 years and still be miserable? Like sometimes that's why all these things that I'm going to put in tie into each other, but that's why putting yourself first is so important, because when you're able to put yourself first, you're able to let go of things that don't serve you anymore in regards to all aspects of life, relationships, friendships, jobs, just unhealthy habits that you have in your daily life and routine. Like all this stuff just helps it become so much easier. So it's okay to let go. I've had to let go of some stuff that in the past I would look back and I'm like, damn, like I didn't want to let go of this, but now I'm like, whew, like thank God I let go, because like everything happens for a reason. So if you let go and something's supposed to come back into your life, it will. And if it won't, it won't. And that's just how your journey's supposed to be. So always remember that. It's okay to let go. Okay, so the fourth thing that I've learned so far while being in my 20s is that knowing that your journey might not look like what you thought it would always look like. Man, when I wrote this one down, I said, yeah, I have to include this one in it, because like I feel like when you grow up, you have this idea, especially that's put into your head, that it's like, all right, like I'm gonna go to school, then I'm gonna graduate college, and then hopefully I meet my soulmate by college, and then we're both gonna have great jobs and then get married and have kids and blah, 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 blah. But in reality, life is not like that. Like life, you have to pivot with it. Life will throw you curveballs, but you just have to remain to yourself. Like I said, let stuff go and move accordingly, and just always pursue your dreams and just never give up with stuff like that, because man, you never know what your life's gonna be like. All you can do is try to control your work ethic and your inner self, really. And that's why I would say too, like I personally, I need to catch up with Insecure, but I feel like Insecure is so relatable to a lot of people because it shows the reality of what a lot of young women's lives are, especially Black women. Like it gives you an inside scoop of like life is not perfect. It's not a fairy tale. It's not like Cinderella and you drop your glass slipper and then everything just works out. Like life is life. Like you go through obstacles. You have your highs, you have your lows, you have your mids. Even though we're never mid, you have your mid still. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, just know that it's okay for life to not happen exactly like you thought you wanted it to be. Sometimes life actually has a very funny way of working, and a lot of times life isn't supposed to happen like how you want it to be. It honestly could turn out even better. Everything in life happens for a reason, and I truly believe that, literally. Like I'll give an example. Like when I auditioned for college, the 3 colleges that I wanted to get into, I didn't. I got rejected to all 3 colleges, so I had to apply late. And then I finally got into this college. I took a year there, and then I decided to reapply to this college. that I really wanted to go to, I got in the second time I applied. Now, if I would have got into that college the first time, my life would be completely different. My friends would be completely different. My mindset would have been completely different. Like, everything would have changed drastically. That's why I say sometimes stuff happens for a reason. And even though you thought your journey was gonna look like this, sometimes this thing needed to help you. And always remember, God wouldn't put you through anything that he didn't think you could handle. And if, you know, like, not to get into religion or anything like that, but like, if you don't believe in God, the universe will not put you through anything that you do not think you can't handle. I honestly believe that. So the fifth thing that I've learned so far while being in my 20s is that it's never too late to start chasing your dreams. If you think it's too late now, I'm telling you, it's not. How about you start now? I'm in my 20s right now, and there's some things that I would be like, man, like, maybe I should have started when I was like 16. But it's like, do I want to start now so that when I'm 30, I'm not like, damn, man, I actually had a lot of time in my 20s. I should have started in my 20s. Like, time is kind of like a construct to a certain extent. Like, it's never too late for anything. It's never too late to live your life. It's never too late to start chasing your dreams. And when you're in your 20s, do it now, because the older you get, the more responsibilities you can start to have, especially when you start a family, when you have children, when you have to pay a mortgage and all that stuff. So it's like, start now while you're young, so that it just makes it a little easier for you to achieve those things. Like, you can achieve them no matter what age and stuff like that. But I feel like it is a little more beneficial when you are in your 20s. So I'm just learning that, like, now is the time. Like, I don't really, like, I have responsibilities, but I don't have responsibilities where I have to take care of someone or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, do it now. You know, chase your dreams. Go out there and try. Like, people are so afraid of no, but no is just a no. We're taught that no is like someone beating you up, but in reality, it's just someone's opinion, someone's judgment. That's one person out of all these people in this world. So don't allow that to affect you from chasing your dreams too. If I allowed that to affect me, I would have just been doing nothing right now. But like, that's one person's opinion. And who are they? There's someone to them, but to my life, that's no one. You get what I'm saying? So you always just have to keep that in mind. Like, put yourself first and chase your dreams. And when people say, oh, no, like, this isn't right for you, let go of what they said. Put yourself out there to be able to chase your dreams. That's why I say all these literally align into creating this amazing life that you've probably always wanted to live. All these stuff align together. So be okay with not thinking it's too late. It's never too late, ever. It's only too late once you get the mindset that you think it's too late. But other than that, it's never too late. My sixth thing that I learned so far while in my 20s is that the little things make the bigger picture. Life is literally like a puzzle. And one thing I've learned so far is that, so society kind of brainwashes us into thinking that materialistic stuff is what life is all about, but really it's the little stuff. Like, once I moved to LA, I realized that it's the little things that make me happy. Going to the park, enjoying being outside, reading a book that made me happy, a stranger complimenting me and saying, oh my God, like, your energy is so amazing. Me going to a flea market and finding a plant that I'm just like, oh my God, this plant's so gorgeous. Me waking up in the morning and enjoying my morning routine of drinking my coffee and planning my day out. It's little stuff like that that when you look back on, you realize, like, it creates all these memories of your lifetime. Stop always trying to chase this facade that so many people are chasing. Be able to appreciate the little stuff. The little stuff. Buy yourself flowers. Allow that to make your day so much more amazing. Stop waiting for people to do stuff for you too. Like I said, this is your life, so do little stuff like that. It helps. It creates a big puzzle that you can look back on and be like, oh my God, like, I remember when that happened. I remember when I was creating content. I remember when I complimented someone on their outfit. I remember when I took that dance class and then at the end we all laughed. So just always remember that, because it just helps with life. You know, life, like I always say, nothing's ever perfect, but the imperfections make it worthwhile is something that I would say. So the last thing that I'm going to talk about that I've learned so far while being in my 20s is that stop being afraid and just do what you want to do. In life, people are going to judge you regardless, so they might as well judge you for something that you actually appreciate doing and that you have fun doing and that you're passionate about. Like, if you really take a step back and think about it, try to evaluate why you're afraid to do stuff. Because people are gonna leave me comments? Okay, how do we get over that? Don't look at them. It's so simple to say that, you know what I'm saying? But I know stuff affects people, obviously, but really, like, just stop being afraid. You have this one life to live, so live it. Like, if you really think about it, like, you're staying in the shell because you're afraid of your potential. You should be empowered by your potential. You should use that to thrive off of it. And if people have something to say, who cares? A lot of these people are miserable, and it's sad because you want to tell them, like, hey, stop being afraid and do what you want to do too. Stop judging me. And how about you live your life too? We all could be living our best lives. So literally get out your shell and just do what you want to do. And do what makes you happy. Do what makes you feel fulfilled. Like, while being in my 20s, I've learned that if something is not fulfilling me, it has to go. Like, that's something that's so important to me right now, because if it's not fulfilling, then what's the point? For temporary satisfaction? I'm okay, you know? But just try to create this mindset of not letting little stuff get to you and just, you know, live life for you. Be okay with someone saying no. Be okay with someone not liking you. Be okay with someone not putting you first. You just have to move accordingly from it. It's life. It's what it is. You're never going to be someone everything's priority. You're never going to be that. But you can be your own. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I actually had fun creating this list and thinking back of like, what things could I say to them that I feel like is good to hear. So I hope you enjoyed the 7 things that I've learned so far while being in my 20s. I feel like 20s is all about like learning and experiencing and just putting yourself out there and just figuring out what your purpose is in life and just, you know, like little stuff like that. So I hope this was helpful. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I appreciate you guys so much, and thank you for tuning in.